Hi friends, I'm Avery.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're here at Agape Science and Baking.
Mom,
Yeah.
this boba tastes so good.
I like boba too. It's really, really yummy.
Speaking of which, are we going to make boba?
No. So I decided, why don't we make some like little gummy candies? I was thinking we could make some gummy jewels, but we found some really cool candy molds today, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah. I'm going to show our friends what we found.
Yeah, we found these instead.
Unicorns with unicorn horns. And I think that they would make perfect little candy pieces. What do you think?
Yep.
I was thinking what we can do. Boba is made using a substance called...
A little light ball of juice?
No.
But it has juice in it.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying a ball of juice.
Well, so what it is it's made from sodium alginate.
What's that?
So it's kind of like Jell-O. Jell-O is made by using gelatin, and gelatin has collagen in it, and
What's
collagen.
Gelatin?
Well, it's made from collagen.
Oh.
And collagen is the stuff that gives our cells structure. So it gives human cells structure, and it even gives animal cells structure.
So,
but gelatin is actually made from animal collagen and animal protein.
what does that mean anyway?
So what happens when we make our hot water, like when we made Jell-O for our very first show, we got hot water, right?
And cold water.
Yeah, and we mix the Jell-O packets into the hot water. What happens is it activates the gelatin in the Jell-O, and as it starts to cool, it creates pockets of water, and the Jell-O traps these little pockets of water into a solid form. That's why Jell-O is not really solid, but it's not really liquid. That is part of how the alginate in our popping boba works.
I can tell you how they can pop. When you drink a little and then the boba comes in your mouth, that means when you squeeze your mouth really hard, that means it'll pop open and then you can feel the juice.
Yes.
And that's how they pop. And then they're like, this is so good.
So that's what our science experiment's going to be. We're going to recreate what it takes to make our popping boba in the lab. And in the kitchen, we're going to use another jelly-like substance.
Ooh, and what is that going to be?
It's called agar-agar.
What's agar-agar?
So this is a powder that is a jelly-like substance, just like our
bobas.
Yep, just like our alginate and our gelatin. But this is made from red algae. So that means that it is gluten-free and it's vegan. There's no animal product in it. Not only that, it's very similar to our alginate. Alginate is made from brown algae.
Oh, but what is green algae made of?
You know, I don't know. We'd have to do some research to see if there's something made out of green algae.
But the green algae sticks on fish things all around it.
Yeah.
But some fish can eat all away those allergies.
Yes, like snails and
those
shrimp.
Snails are the best. It's because they can lay eggs.
Oh dear.
And they can have babies.
Oh dear.
That's so cool.
But one of the big differences between our agar-agar and our alginate is the agar, it works by doing a physical change, but our alginate that's in our popping bubbles, or popping pearls rather.
No, popping boba.
Our popping boba, it works off of a chemical change.
What?
I know, I love chemical changes. They're so cool. So let's get started making our candy first. Then we can go to the lab and check out how our boba's made.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
What about our brains at work question?
Oh, yeah. Well, since we're talking about boba, there's two different types. There's the one that we have, which is our popping pearls or our popping boba that has juice on the inside. This one was made not that long ago, probably, I don't know, like maybe 10 years or so ago.
I don't know.
The original one are dark, kind of like dark brown, almost black little spots. And they're made from tapioca, and they're tapioca pearls.
But do they have juice in it too?
No.
Oh.
So here's the question, Avery.
Yes?
What year were the very first boba pearls made, and what country?
I don't know.
You don't know? Any guesses?
No.
No? What about you guys?
You give us a time to think?
Of course, I'll give you guys time. All right, friends, let's get started making our unicorn candy. And when we get done, we'll meet up with you in the lab.
Is there a pearl in my mouth?
More than likely, yes. Be right back. I've got my laptop out because I've never made these jelly candies before. They're called Kohakutou. So I've got my laptop so that we can make sure that we do it right.
Yeah.
Once we get started, this process goes really, really fast. So I'm going to need you to lock in.
Yeah.
Awesome. First step is we've got to take 6 tablespoons of our agar-agar. And this actually uses mineral water, which we love anyway.
Yeah, and can I tell you about all of this mineral water, friends? This mineral water is the best, so that way you can drink, and then it makes a chemical sound in your throat, and then you go out, and then you just sometimes burp out of it, but you do have to say "excuse me" after you do that.
You say it makes a chemical sound. Do you mean it fizzes?
Yeah. In your mouth, and then it just burps.
Sometimes it can make you burp. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, only when you open it, it does a really cool fizz.
Oh, good job.
That's a fizzy sound.
So we need a cup and a half. So pour it in. This is our cup and a half mark. Oh,
sorry.
Into the measuring cup. And, into the...
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to make sure you pour into the container, kiddo. So we've got our agar-agar measured out. I'm going to double check just to make sure that we really need 6 tablespoons because that seems like a lot.
Let me check.
Seems like a lot. So let me check it and make sure.
Wait.
Okay, Avery, I'm super glad that I checked my measurements because Mom was wrong and we were about to have a great disaster caught on camera. It's not 6 tablespoons, it's 6 teaspoons.
Oh.
Yeah. First, we need to pour the rest of our water into the pot. Okay.
Boom.
And we're going to get it to boil. After 10 minutes, we will add our agar-agar to here. Once that boils, then we'll be able to add in our sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on so it can start boiling. We'll measure out our 2 cups of sugar, and then we're going to get started. This is where it's about to pick up and get really, really fast. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
We are in the lab, and for today's experiment, we have our calcium lactate, our sodium alginate, 80 millimeters of cold water, 80 millimeters of hot water, a stirrer, a syringe, and our measuring spoons. We need 2 grams of each substance. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the lab, and we're going to figure out how to make boba, popping boba. So,
I love to make popping boba.
yes, so boba uses a method called spherification.
Okay.
So
we know that boba is like round stuff. And I noticed that one of these parts are a little round.
yeah, to help us stir.
Yeah.
So what happens is we're going to mix our sodium alginate into our hot water. That'll help it mix, because we talked about that in previous episodes, that hot water helps things move around a little bit faster. So that'll help us mix. Because
And
this is a little bit harder to mix than our calcium lactate. So we're going to put that in our cold water.
Yes, and I love to drink water.
Oh, that's good. You got to drink water.
Yeah. Wait, remember that the other one that we did all the parts all wrong.
Okay. So this is about 2.5 grams. So we're not going to completely fill it. We're just going to do a little bit.
Science Mom.
Yes, Science Avery.
I've noticed something about
I need you to mix that for me.
in the hot and the cold water.
What's that?
That when we were trying to do that paper stuff part, and then we were doing all that parts, and then we tried to get the cold water in the other, not to get in the other cold water.
Yes.
But I think I know why.
I know what you're talking about. We were trying to stack our hot water on top of our cold water.
Yeah, but
it kept spilling everywhere.
Yeah, I think I know why.
Why?
Because you're tipping it this way, but you're supposed to leave it like this.
I mean, that makes sense.
And then you just put it on.
I know, but it was really hard to pull our little sheet of paper out without messing it up. Okay.
Whoa, they're like sprinkles.
They do look like sprinkles.
But they're not. I want to eat one.
So it is technically, stop. Don't eat that though.
Why?
Because we need it for the experiment. Dump it in, kid. So it is safe to eat.
I want to eat one.
Extracted from brown algae, as we mentioned in the kitchen.
Yeah, I want to stir.
And I'm giving you the stir. And of course, this is what our popping boba is made out of anyway. So this is going to take a while to mix. So we got to mix it nonstop for 10 minutes, kid. Mix! Stir! You got to stir it.
Oh, my.
So we've got to stir it for 10 minutes.
We're trying to keep it up, right?
Just try not to spill it all over the place. Try not, you're spilling it everywhere. We're going to stir for 10 minutes, let it rest for 5, stir for 10 more minutes, and then we're going to let it sit for about an hour. So it can do what it's supposed to do. So we're back. We have let our sodium alginate sit for about an hour. And as you can tell, it's a little bit more gelatinous than it was before. Like jelly.
Oh.
It's pretty thick, right?
Huh?
It's pretty thick, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are we going to do with this?
So.
But don't we use them for shouting people?
Well, this one doesn't have a needle. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in our sodium alginate mixture, suck it up, and then we're going to place it into our calcium lactate mixture.
Ooh, can I do it? Can I?
Well, let me tell you what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is once the ions between the two mixtures exchange, it should create a sphere, trapping liquid on the inside, giving it a soft outer shell on the outside, like when we drink boba. Do you think it's going to work?
I'm not sure.
So,
but we have to try.
We got to try. Here's the key. When you're using that, don't pull it all the way out.
Why?
Because then it won't go well. So you want to stick the tip in, and we're going to pull it up to probably about right there. Okay?
Sure.
All right.
Ready.
And this uses pressure. So when you pull it back, it's gonna suck up the liquid. Ready? Pull. Keep going, and stop. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Lift it up. It's all gooey. Look at it.
Gooey, gooey,
It's pretty
yummy,
thick.
yummy,
Look.
yummy,
I think it's gonna work. Look at that. All right, so now you're gonna come over here.
I want to do it. I want to do
Hold
it.
on, I'm gonna explain to you what you gotta do. You're not gonna squeeze it all. You're gonna do little bitty bursts.
No, I want to do it. I want to do it.
Opportunity. I'm not even gonna squeeze it. I'll let it drop. You're gonna do little bitty ones, like this one little drop, and let's see what happens. They should make their own little sphere. So hold it straight up.
Okay.
Do a little bit.
So,
A lot of bit. A little bit. And stop. Hold it straight up so it'll drop. Oh. You're gonna have to do it again. There you go. Let it go. Don't keep pushing. You see how you made a tail? You're so silly. Oh gosh. What are you doing? We're not gonna have boba. We're gonna have spaghetti. I don't know what to do with you, kid. You're making spaghetti. I mean, I guess it works. Look. Will it pop like boba does, do you think?
It did not pop.
It did not pop. But it is very, it's very jello-like.
Okay, let me try.
We may have let our mixture sit too long. What do you think? Maybe a little bit? Do it all. You made spaghetti.
Let's do some more.
Let's do some more. All right, let me see. You do that. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna see if we can get like a whole.
Can I put?
Like
Can I
little
put
ball
the
in there.
whole one?
Okay, look.
One.
Ah!
Can I do the whole one, Mommy?
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Can I do the whole?
The whole thing? Oh dear. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh.
And jumpy.
Got it. And good.
So.
Oh, look. It's floating. So we didn't quite get spherification. We got more like spaghetti happening. But it is creating like a squishy jello-like substance. Look. Hey, wait. I'm gonna dip. So look. So I'm gonna dip my finger in here, and oh, it made a ball. I dipped. Here, put some on my finger. Just a little. That's oh man. Hold on. I want to make it a ball. There, look. Watch. So I got it on my finger. I'm gonna dip my finger in here, and so that it can get into the sodium calcinate mixture, and it made a little ball all on its own. So the spherification does work. All right, you got to stop because look, we're at the top. But the spherification does work. Well, friends, we're going to get you up close so that you can see what's going on here. Like I said, we ended up with a little bit more spaghetti than spheres, but that's okay. Our candy is ready, friends. You excited?
Yeah, but I think I know now.
What do you know?
It's like that it's in the 1980s.
Oh, have you been looking at Mama's paperwork?
No, I just thought for a lot of years, and then I finally got it, the 1980s.
You're right. So the answer to our brains at work question
Is
When
1980s.
when was the original boba made and in what country?
The
Do you remember-
1980s.
Do you remember what country?
No.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you told me that you wanted this unicorn piece, and I'll take this unicorn piece.
Yeah, let's eat it.
So let's try our Kohakutou candy.
Let's feel it first.
Yeah. So we did leave it sitting out for 2 days so that it would get like a crust on the outside, but still be chewy on the inside.
But look, right here is like chewy part.
I know. You ready?
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty.
Yeah. It is.
I don't know if I'd buy it at the store, but making it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like it? Wow. And now you're going to eat it all. We are going to store the rest of these in an airtight container so that they'll last a little bit longer for a couple of days. So on a scale of 1 to 100, what would you give this one?
105.
105.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, Mom, close your eyes. Open.
You have a gummy mustache. Really? Don't put that back in here, okay? I don't want gummies with boogers. All right, friends.
Ooh,
We're going to see you. Ready? Thanks for joining us, friends. We hope you come back next time to join us and try some delicious foods, fun experiments, and maybe learn some cool trivia.
Ooh, I think I know why it's a little silly that you have a mustache and you put it.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, hello.
Thanks for joining us, friends. Don't forget to like
and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.
Bye.
God loves you too, and God always will love you.